Hello and welcome to Oracle Storytelling. Hi, I'm Sarah of Sarah Wing Intuitive Arts, and welcome. This is my first video for Oracle Storytelling in 2026. If it's your first time seeing a video, I do these Oracle Storytelling with different books, sometimes different charms, different stones, different tarot and oracle decks. I also do art. I'm an intuitive artist, and you can find my art, some of it on this channel, or you can search Sarah Wing Intuitive Arts and find me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on my website, and here. Oh, I feel like it's been like a year since I did an Oracle Storytelling, but it's probably been a month. Wow. And I feel like I think everyone else, we're kind of recalibrating, right? Yeah, kind of just recalibrating, even in the most triumphant sense, say we like survived every lesson, every battle of the past year, and we're better for it, but it doesn't mean that we're not exhausted, right? So I grabbed just this. All right, this is a little painting with some paper, in it. But I just thought, let's bring in this nice glowing energy and a little bit of this wing. I always think of wings, or a lot of times I think of wings as angel wings. My last name is Wing. I love birds. This to me doesn't look like a bird wing so much as an angel wing. But breathe in some of this energy, or maybe some of the one or more than one color pops out at you. Just kind of breathe that color in. And if one color really does strike you, I encourage you to look that color up and look up the color meaning. The positive, like pink, like I'm wearing pink, right? A lot of pink, because that's just where I ended up right now. And pink is a very, it's like, oh, you think of like, oh, it could be very nurturing, or you think of like rose quartz, it's very like heart chakra loving, right? Nurturing, loving energy. But there's also the shadow side of that. Let's say that you are someone who is very sensitive and caring and nurturing, and last year you spent a lot of time in that mastery. Too much time in that on others and not so much on yourself. The shadow side would be the burnout, right? So neglecting your own self-care. So there's like gifting, nurturing, empress, beautiful, warm, lovely energy. I always think of kind of like pink is kind of that like touch energy, like healing touch, or like hugs, physical touch, cuddling with a person or with an animal, or like wrapping yourself in a blanket, like these like the kind of things that it feels like more of like this emotional, like relaxing into it, just like this relaxing into it, less of like this very stimulating energy, more of this like relaxing your nervous system, coming into, or like if you take baths, baths or showers, whichever one, and when you kind of, no matter how much is going on in your mind, when you're sinking into those moments, right? Even if you have the most overactive mind, at some point in that bath or that shower, you're going to accept that you're being nurtured, you're showing yourself love and care, you're being in touch with your body. You're present to, I mean, you're present to your body, and your body is being just purified in this lovely, lovely way that you can kind of just relax. Anyway, so yeah, if any of these colors pop out to you, this little energy, hi 2026, okay, I'm getting happy about it, but again, I mean, come on, right? Exhausting. So if any of these colors pop out, I encourage you to look one or more up and just kind of get a sense like, what's speaking to me intuitively right now, right? What is my body being drawn to? And if you look up the like the nurturing positive aspects and the be mindful of shadow aspects of a color, you'll probably find that one or both may speak to you. Good Lord. I really hope this doesn't fall. Just having a great time. And it's the first time actually wearing this necklace I got at this beautiful pottery sale, this potter's market I go to every year, which is beautiful. Awesome, awesome market. And the past few years I've gotten jewelry. So that's a little golden snake, but I'm going to turn it inward for a little bit. So 2026, I grabbed a few books. Oh dear Lord, please be kind. It could fall, we'll see. So I grabbed my near-death experience, and I grabbed this book because so this woman has two books, and she has really helped me get through last year. She is like this positive, amazing human being. So I thought, who helped get me into 2026? This beautiful woman. And also the name book and the Masters, Mystics, and Saints Gemstone Oracle deck. And we're just going to play. I got my little moldavite and pink tourmaline stone. It's so funny when I end up in a lot of pink. I guess I need it. And it's funny because I took the Oracle deck out and we got Rhodonite on top. So it's just a lot of... Maybe we all need to, like, turn our inner caregiver, our inner nurturer on ourselves a little bit. Maybe this is a nice big reminder that I'm supposed to remind myself and others of. Okay. Wow. Again, I'm kind of recalibrating, so maybe we should do that. Maybe we should get a card at the top to just help us recalibrate. Help us start to recalibrate for 2026, because it is 2026. Recalibrating. Okay. So we have red goldstone is the stone, and the mystic is, or master, is Serapis Bay. And so the message is coming through something I've heard a lot of, which is pretty much a lot of us have gone through really rough 2025s on every level, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, just everything. I know some people have confronted a lot of things, been confronted. Seekers, people who aren't seekers, people are spiritual, people are not spiritual in the least. A lot of dark night of the souls happening, existential ego deaths happening, people examining their values, people noticing when other people talk about what they value, to pay attention when they only choose the opposite of what they say. And I bring this all up to say, I think a lot of us that have been through this, right? Especially if we're practice our intuition, listening to our intuition, we're spiritual folks, we're seekers, these empathic souls that we are, these love rebels that we are. we're getting the sense that 2026 is going to be like this amazing, not just better year, but like a lot better. So I think this is a lot of reminders about that, even though we're all fucking exhausted and we're like, I don't know, it's going to happen. And I think it's going to happen in all kinds of ways, you know, whether it's mining for those like, you know, going into the cave, going to the dragon's cave, going into the world, mining, you know, mining for those gemstones. And that's how we unearth these change, you know, changing how we navigate. Or if it's, you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody will get just every time they, you know, open a door that's new, there's just like a room of puppies or balloons. We don't know, right? But there might be that person. So here are some reminders. And this is beyond what we can see, okay? Beyond what our mind can kind of tell us is in front of us, or like based on the mental facts, which are usually just patterns ingrained in us, belief systems of other people, trauma-based patterns. Not that shit. Stuff that we intuitively feel in our heart. Goldstone. Goldstone. Are you in touch? This is what Goldstone asks. Are you in touch with your magnificence? Have you been living your life in full splendor? Okay. In touch with your magnificence? Yeah. Right? Like, you know, if you know. Have you been living your life in full splendor? I mean, I wouldn't use the word splendor, you know? Maybe you would, but oh. Okay, find ways to bring more joy into your life. Become aware of the source of emotional challenges or perceived blocks so you can release them. Get in touch with your inner radiance and shine your light brightly. I think a lot of us really want to glow up. I've never cared so much about that term in my life. I'm like, glow up, glow up. That sounds good. I feel like a lot of us want a glow up, especially little light bangs like us, right? We want her like, okay, cool. Like, I'm like a little porch light. I'm like a little lantern. But when I looked in the mirror, like, damn, I need to pay a little more time and attention to myself, my self-care, and a glow up would be nice. So yeah, just becoming aware of emotional challenges or perceived blocks so you can release them. And a lot of that is just patterns. Think about all the insights, or even one of the insights you got from the past year, and maybe how much your mind was just blown away of like, wow, that was revealed to me. And these things where it's like, that was revealed and there's no going back. And it is for the better, right? These things that get revealed to us. And sometimes our challenges or perceived blocks, like I kind of mentioned, sometimes it could be based on beliefs or values of someone else, right? Or our perceived challenges or blocks could be based on what we're projecting onto other people. And if we project something onto somebody else, when we are confronted, however that comes about, messy usually, when that truth comes to light for us, then it clears a lot of blocks, because if we're, if somebody's presenting themselves falsely, or if we're projecting onto them something false, as soon as we know that, it's very helpful. And then we can make, decisions going forward based on like real information, not false information, right? Whether that's someone presenting themselves falsely and we finally hear it, see it, or trust our heart intuition on that, or we finally see like, the desperation wheel has run out. I know, I'm sure no one else can relate to this. And you finally see somebody, fully for who they are, and you see somebody start to see somebody for who they are even. And you can see where you've projected different things, different hopes, different qualities, different beliefs onto another person. These are big deals. You should pat yourself on the back for, surviving 2025 and being here and becoming aware of anything you became aware of, because it's huge. Because life is relationships, period. That's what life is. We don't live in a bubble. And even if you haven't left your house for like 12 years, it doesn't matter. Like, it's still relationships, right? Like, it's still our relationships with other people. However we navigate them, however they come about, however we organize them. Yeah, so pat yourself in the back for any revelations that you've had about the way you perceive life through your eyes, right? And how you perceive relationships, what relationships you've let go of, what relationships you've embraced, where you've contemplated and respected that you need a pause in some areas. Again, big recalibrations, huge stuff. 2026, doing great. Okay, Serapis Bay. Again, we know we're headed there, right? Doesn't have to be something we can see in front of us. This is about our intuition, what we feel in our heart, what we sense, right? However we get downloads. Maybe it's just like a clear cognizance, like you just know. Maybe you use different divination tools. Maybe you dream, you notice a difference in your dreams. But here are more messages for 2026. Very optimistic. You can be tired when you hear this. Okay. I am full of vigor. I am authentic and loyal. I confidently reveal my true colors. I am full of life-enhancing joy and goodness. My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. Being all that I can be feels fabulous. So, I mean, I'm just gonna like do the damn thing, right? Whatever the damn thing is for you. Do that damn thing. Small thing, big thing, do the damn thing. Because 2026, if you're seeing this, it's, life is really supporting you. Life is saying, all right. We come in from this tough year and we're hanging up all our gear, Oh God, we've helped so many people. There's all those bags of that. We've listened to so many things and so many people. There's that. We've forgotten a bunch of stuff and had to backtrack. Oh, there's that. We've prayed and hoped and chased and done everything under the sun to try to make things move that were never going to move, and we let go of that. We've got a fucking we're walking in 2026, and it can feel like we're walking in with so many things that we are carrying and sat down, and we can kind of look over this room of like, oh my God, is it just like bags and bags, boxes and boxes of all that we are carrying, all that we were sorting, all that we were trying to put out there, move forward, and instead of going, dear God, I gotta rent a storage unit in my brain to carry all this stuff from 2025. You don't. You really don't, You should look upon that mountain of stuff we've been schlepping and carrying and just doing our damn best with, even when we're feeling our worst, all throughout last year. And look at that mountain of stuff that we're carrying, that we're hauling, that we're maybe, where we tried to pull more and more in and it wasn't coming in, or we're trying to push more and more out and it wasn't going out. However it was accumulating, we can look at that hill that we have built of all of our efforts, right? And all of our breakdowns and all. And we can feel all the feelings. We can do that kind of laugh that's like, right? That feeling. We can cry about it. We can laugh about it. We can go, dear God, about it. But so much of that, if not all of it, That stuff we're not taking into 2026. We learned our lessons. We learned so many. We saw things clearly. So many things were completed. So many things had to end. You know? So we're going to do the damn thing. We're going to get in touch with our inner radiance and shine our light brightly. Because it's not because like, well, we really need to serve everyone around us right now, so I guess I'll turn my light on. No, it's like we're dressed, going into that disco, like the lights are hitting us, and we're just glowing. We're like the fucking disco ball, but we're just entering it. Everybody's getting a little bit of our sparkle, right? But we're there for the party. This year we are not exclusively the cleanup crew. Exclusively, you know, we're not triage. We're not in triage all year. We're going to get ourselves into that disco and be that disco ball. And we're going to be full of life enhancing joy and goodness, which means we're going to actually feed ourselves, nurture ourselves. I'm yanking on this pink to call back to that nurturing, yummy color where we're feeding ourselves. Where and the opposite being like the caretaker burnout, this serving everyone but ourselves, right? That bodhisattva, like starving ourselves, you know, in a multitude of ways, including physical starvation, perhaps. Okay, coming out, going in. I just thought this would be fun. Okay, so we're going to get energy from a name, and we're going to see what's kind of like some change up energy that's going to be coming with us, because clearly we went through a lot, and yeah, it's just a lot, right? So what is some change up energy that we're coming through this year? Okay. I want a name. Hold on a second. What name is this? It's so funny. All right, this is actually perfect because so we just came out of a 9-year, 2025. So it's 2026, right? So that's 10. Yes. That's 10. It could be reduced to 1, but we're going with 10 because, funny enough, this is actually the name portrait for number 10, which is perfect because this is the energy of 2026. So, holy fuck, this is so good. All right, name portrait 10. We're in a 10-year now. The Energized Crusader. Fuck yes. What's that? I am full of vigor. Yeah. My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. Yeah, so the portrait name for 10 is the Energized Crusader. This is the change up energy we're bringing in from Soul Survivor. Like, I don't even know. Sorry, that sounds really bad, but okay. I'm just going to read all these things. So the element is water. The mineral is nickel. The animal for this name portrait is jaguar. The plant is fig tree. Just waving to my friend Francine, sending love to her and love to her current fig tree. The sign is Cancer, like my sun sign. And we just had a beautiful full moon in Cancer, which made me a bit teary lately and might have made you just abruptly cry for no reason lately. And the color is yellow. The Energized Crusader. Wow. Okay. There's a bunch of different names that fall under different types, but the first name, it's called the pilot name, but the name most associated is Baptiste. Now listen, that sounds French. I don't know. Baptiste makes me think of baptism. It just makes me think of baptism, being baptized. That's what's coming through right now, what I feel. which again, the energized crusader. I mean, the element is water. Just makes me think of how I was kind of talking about when you're in the shower or when you're in the tub, and even if you have the most overactive mind, like there is this, like, you come into this energy that just is calming. So I'm going to take that as the energized crusader, but not energized like whacked out on something, and not energized like our nervous system is like, you know, not like our adrenals are being drained, but like this, like the color represented by this name is yellow, like the sun, the determiner of all of our weather, life on Earth, right? But doesn't mean that we're just buzzing all the time. You might be sensitive to solar flares. There's a lot going on, but no, Baptiste just makes me think like that element of water, and that being out and being like just blessed by this calm in water. All right. So basic character, I'll read that. Associated with the sound of your name is a secret knowledge of the world. Ooh, okay, so we're bringing in, it's the change up energy, secret knowledge of the world. Finally, you guys. Ooh. Even your plant totem, the fig tree, symbolizes knowledge and discovery. Your personality tends to be nervous and emotional, and your reactions are so rapid that your animal totem is the jaguar. So I'm going to go with rapid transformations. Rapid, like when I said with this, do the damn thing. We're going to do the damn thing. Maybe we're coming out in that disco ball energy, getting on the dance floor, and we're in that, I mean, that's our fierce, our little fierce jungle energy. There is a mystery to your character that is difficult to define because of the duality of your nature, which is both reflective and impulsive. I love that. As a Gemini, as somebody like yourself, maybe where you're like, God, you ever just think like you're in a room with people and you go, God, I'm different. Not to knock that the difference from others, but you're just like, the old term used to be like weird, but it's just now it's like they're different. They just see things differently. You know, you're just kind of sensing, feeling things, right? You've got a mystery to your character that's hard to define because of the duality of your nature, which is both reflective and impulsive. And I'm also reflective and impulsive. Maybe you are too. And maybe those things are just being ramped up within you as you focus on doing your damn things this year, right? You got to be a bit reflective when you're getting, even if whichever, you know, whatever way that swings, impulsive, then reflective, one way or another, you're going to get reflective. Let's see. All right, and then I'm going to read, I am really just stepping best I can, little opals, best I can into 2026, guys and gals. And I got to tell you, thanks for being here. All right. Fun little storytelling. It'll be very interesting to see if I've got my Jaguar energy and my disco ball shiny energy going next month for a video, or maybe I'll be very impulsive and make a explosively creative, visually intoxicating video in just a short time. So I just opened up to How Spirit Speaks to Us. And so I'm just going to read from a little bit from Vina's book. I'd like to start off by saying that my guide never once spoke to me. All communication was made by what I will call thought transference. It was beyond telepathic because telepathy is the conveyance of thoughts and words. My guide was able to exchange more than mere words or thoughts, but the feelings and emotions behind them, as well as images and whatever else needed to be conveyed. There was complete understanding, comprehension, and clarity that cannot be described. There is no misunderstanding. So I'm just going to take that as another incredible, positive message. We are just getting like, no shit, this year is different. Thank all the gods, goddesses, trees, fairies, all the realms, all the creatives, the mystics, the masters, you, me, thank everybody. Thank us all. And thank us for every day of this year, and every day that we're getting up, we're doing our best. And, you know, if all you're doing is getting up and just pushing through the days someday, or a lot of days, you know, you're benefiting the world as somebody who is just not placing harm into it. And people who are like us, who are naturally nurturing and caretaking, we do so much. Sometimes we forget that us just being is a great service. And I'm not talking about even, you know, every day, maybe we're channeling, transmuting energies around us. We're doing this, that, not even on that even examined, felt level. Just us being in the world, being alive, and not putting harm in it. We are spreading love. We are helping. Truly. There's and I just want to put that out there, because in a million years, like, well, I would never harm someone. What am I going to, my natural state is peace. Your natural state is, it can be whatever it is. But if you're somebody who's like, I don't think about harming people. Yeah. So I just want to remind you that just you being in the world, not putting harm in it, not harming others, is a gift, and it helps the world. And that may sound confusing no matter how many times I say it, but that's because your brain doesn't target people who aren't a perpetrator. You don't harm people. It's not even on your radar. So I'm just saying, commend yourself for that, for just your existence of being this person who is in that divine loving state. You don't have to go out and prove it. Just you being alive, watching this right now. Great job. So when she's talking about how spirit talks to her, you know, beyond telepathic, because telepathy is the conveyance of thoughts and words. All of this, you know, just this sense, this kind of communication. I think the fact that I opened up to how spirit speaks, I think part of why our year is going to be a lot better in unexpected ways, like crazy, is because I think spirit is we're going to have a little closer relationship with our spirit guides, loved ones, crossed over, ancestors, whatever it may be. Whether we're actively seeking that out, that's become maybe you're speaking more to your guides or ancestors on a daily basis, or you're just starting to notice, you know, maybe unearthing some little things from your ancestors or guides, or finding little symbols around more often. But I feel like we're just going to be getting more assistance, you know, getting more assistance through, beyond words, and just having our thoughts, feelings, emotions, you know, feeling these things, feeling these intuitions maybe stronger, or being, you know, given more downloads of guidance from guides, from spirit. I just love how she says there is a complete understanding, comprehension, and clarity that cannot be described. There is no misunderstanding. Isn't that amazing? The word clarity, it's like, I feel like that's something I've been like, wow, like I've really wanted that. And sometimes I hear people tell stories of like how clear they are. And I'm like, oh my God. And I can be like a little jealous of it, of like the thought of, wow, you just know. But the more you travel down this road of loving yourself and understanding who you are, and really like peeling away like patterns that you're just playing out through since childhood, like patterns of trauma, patterns of belief that aren't yours, patterns of perception based on beliefs that aren't yours, that are just like narrowing your field of what you'll even hear or receive. The more I do that, the more I realize I do have clarity and more clarity. And sometimes that can just be in, because clarity can, again, it's kind of like a triggering word for me for a while, because I always thought it was this thing I was gonna like get to, like some achievement or something, which is not the case. And I love, she says, there was no misunderstanding. And one thing I was reminded of today is this idea of, oh, well, that's cool. One thing I was reminded of today, I didn't know if it was hold, it'd be fine, was the idea of, when you're making decisions and maybe you're unsure about decisions or how it's going to work out, knowing your values is so important. There's certain things, and I've even referenced this to someone recently where I said, no matter if the turnout is this, that, the other, whatever it may be, I'm okay, because I know that I was talking about something very personal and specific. I was like, I know that doing this, like, I'm making this conscious choice. This is what matters to me. So whether it's a really bad day, a good day, an in-between day, whatever it is, I'm not questioning. I'm not questioning my decision, and I can feel, I can feel good about it. And I can feel like, yes, this is the right decision for me. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. And instead of the word clarity, just think like values, decisions based on your values that are congruent with the things you choose, right? I think a lot of problems come when we're seeking to find understanding and we're either incongruent with what we say we value and what we're choosing, or when we're looking at another, trying to co-opt somebody else into our value system. And either way, that can help us get in a loop and feel really stuck, because we're stuck in a misunderstanding, right? And that's why I like she said, there is no misunderstanding. How beautiful is that? Because I feel like at least for myself, and I know others, we came out of 2025, okay, weary, not broken completely, but I understand things a lot clearer, and these lessons that I've learned have been really hard, really devastating, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. But I can feel, because there are certain things in my life that I understand my values, and I understand, like, yes, it's such an anchor to, it doesn't, you don't have to figure out your whole life, but certain things that are just anchored for you. And I have those feelings, and that can feel like anytime that you're like, yeah, no matter what happens, I know I value this, because no matter what happens, I'm like, I'm good. No matter what happens, right? You just feel like, well, this is a good choice. This is the right choice. You're not questioning it. You're not like, what am I doing? No, that's solid. And it's a really good anchoring feeling. It's a really good like North Star feeling. And I think it's really helped and made it that much easier and clearer when I've come to these revelations over the past year and found out a lot of truths that, I mean, very much like I was blind, now I can see. And I was like, oh crap, I was blind again, now I can see. So many moments like that that were really hard, but yeah, you know, I was happy to accept them because I knew it was for the best. And I think it really did support going through that integration and acceptance by having, you know, having some core things for me that I'm like, all right, well, wow, that was a huge revelation. And it just softens the blow a bit when certain things in my life that are core, I'm like, oh, I know this is the right thing for me. This is my North Star. I'm steady here. Oh, crap, that thing over there? Wow, okay, that was a major revelation. And another one. Yeah. All right, I'm going to draw one more card. I'm set to close out the year. That terrifies me. I'm going to choose one more card. I guess we're doing a February card because that's what came. Okay, well, I got the red stone again, red goldstone, and Serapis Bay again. So I'm just going to read these as reminders. I'll start with Serapis Bay. I am full of vigor. I am authentic and loyal. I confidently reveal my true colors. I am full of life-enhancing joy and goodness. My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. Being all that I be, being all that I be, that I can be, feels fabulous. Disco, disco, disco. Enter the room as the disco ball. Glow up, looking good. And the red goldstone reminders, my half and half. Darn. Are you in touch with your magnificence? Well, this card I pulled again for February, so quite frankly, I think we got a big glow up trajectory between now and February through February. Yeah, maybe we're all going to be like going from, you know, rags and bathrobes to, I don't know, tiaras and tennis shoes. I don't know, something. So the red goldstone. Are you in touch with your magnificence? Have you been living your life in full splendor? Find ways to bring more joy into your life. Become aware of the source of emotional challenges or perceived blocks so you can release them. Get in touch with your inner radiance and shine your light brightly. Beautiful, beautiful. Because being all I can be feels fabulous. Well, welcome, hello to 2026. And if you're in the future, welcome to the past. It's 2026. God, wasn't that a better year? I mean, in very unexpected ways. How crazy. And if you're in the past, you shouldn't be watching this yet. So, yeah. Welcome, hello to 2026. We made it. We're here. We're going to give ourselves the care and the fucking attention, and we're going to do those damn things. No, for real, though. And lots of unexpected stuff, but it's just going to lift us higher and higher and higher, you know? It's going to lift us higher and higher this year. You are always worthy. You are always loved. And who knows, who knows? May we all glow up bright like the sun. Oh, what was the name of that? Energized Crusader? I can't believe that. In a 10-year, the Energized Crusader. Have a blessed January into a wonderful February. All of you Energized Crusaders. Much love, and until next time.